Welcome to the journey within, exploring the path to inner peace. In this audiobook, we will embark on a transformative journey towards finding inner peace and self-discovery. This introduction serves as a guide to set the stage for the exploration that lies ahead. Inner peace is a state of mind and heart that allows us to find serenity amidst the chaos of life. It is a sense of calmness and contentment that comes from within, rather than seeking it externally. In a world filled with distractions and stress, inner peace is often elusive, yet crucial for our overall well-being. The journey within begins with the understanding that true peace can only be found by looking inward. It requires us to go beyond the surface level of living and dig deep into our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. By exploring our inner landscape, we can uncover the root causes of our inner turmoil and begin to heal and grow. Self-discovery is a fundamental part of the journey within. It involves getting to know ourselves on a deeper level, understanding our strengths, weaknesses, fears, and desires. By peeling back the layers of conditioning and societal expectations, we can embrace our true essence and live authentically. Through self-reflection and introspection, we can identify patterns of behavior that no longer serve us and make conscious choices to change them. By cultivating self-awareness, we can break free from the shackles of the past and create a new reality based on love, compassion, and harmony. The path to inner peace is not always easy, as it requires us to confront our fears, insecurities, and shortcomings. However, by facing our inner demons with courage and compassion, we can release emotional baggage that weighs us down and prevents us from living fully in the present moment. This audiobook will guide you through various techniques and practices to help you connect with your inner self and cultivate inner peace. From meditation and mindfulness to journaling and self-care, each chapter will offer practical tools to support your journey within. As we embark on this journey, keep in mind that it is not about reaching a final destination, but rather about embracing the process of growth and transformation. Each step you take towards inner peace is a step towards living a more fulfilling and meaningful life. I invite you to open your heart and mind to the journey within, to explore the depths of your soul and discover the peace that has always resided within you. May this audiobook serve as a beacon of light on your path to inner peace and self-discovery. Together, let us embark on this sacred journey within. In today's fast-paced and chaotic world, finding inner peace may seem like an elusive goal. We often find ourselves caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life, constantly bombarded with distractions and stressors that pull us away from our true selves. But what if I told you that inner peace is not only achievable, but essential for our overall well-being? The concept of inner peace is not new. It has been practiced and taught by spiritual leaders, philosophers, and healers for centuries. However, in our modern society, the importance of inner peace seems to have been forgotten or overlooked. We are constantly seeking external validation, success, and material possessions to fill the void within us, when in reality, true peace can only be found within ourselves. So, what exactly is inner peace? Inner peace is a state of tranquility and harmony within ourselves, where our mind, body, and spirit are in alignment. It is a deep sense of contentment and gratitude for who we are and what we have, without the need for external validation or approval. Inner peace allows us to be present in the moment, free from worries and anxieties about the past or future. The benefits of inner peace are countless. When we are in a state of inner peace, we experience reduced stress and anxiety, improved mental clarity and focus, increased creativity and intuition, and enhanced relationships with others. We are able to make decisions from a place of wisdom and clarity, rather than fear or insecurity. Inner peace allows us to live authentically and to be true to ourselves, without seeking approval or validation from others. So, how can we cultivate inner peace in our daily lives? The journey to inner peace begins with self-awareness and self-love. We must take the time to connect with ourselves on a deeper level, to understand our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. This may involve practices such as meditation, journaling, yoga, or simply spending time in nature. We must also practice self-care and self-compassion. We must treat ourselves with kindness and respect, honoring our bodies, minds, and spirits. This may involve setting boundaries, saying no to things that do not serve us, and prioritizing our own well-being. In addition, we must let go of attachment to outcomes and expectations. We must surrender to the flow of life, trusting that everything happens for a reason and that we are exactly where we are meant to be. This may involve releasing old wounds, forgiving ourselves and others, and cultivating a sense of gratitude for the present moment. The journey to inner peace is not always easy. It may require confronting our deepest fears and insecurities, facing our shadows, and embracing our vulnerabilities. It may require letting go of old patterns and beliefs that no longer serve us, and stepping out of our comfort zones. But the rewards of inner peace are well worth the effort. As we embark on this journey within, may we remember that true peace is not found in external circumstances or possessions, but in the depths of our own being. May we cultivate a sense of inner peace that is unshakable and unwavering, a peace that transcends all fears and doubts. May we embrace the beauty and the magic of our own souls, and may we find true joy and fulfillment in the journey within. As we continue on our journey towards inner peace, it is important to explore the various paths that can lead us there. In this chapter, we will delve into different practices such as meditation and mindfulness, which have been proven to be effective in helping us connect with our inner selves and find a sense of peace and calm amidst the chaos of everyday life. Meditation is a powerful tool that has been used for centuries to help individuals quiet their minds and find a sense of inner peace. By focusing on our breath and letting go of our racing thoughts, we can create a sense of stillness and tranquility within ourselves. Through regular practice, we can learn to cultivate a deep sense of awareness and presence, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with grace and ease. Mindfulness is another practice that can help us on our journey towards inner peace. By staying present in the moment and fully engaging with our surroundings, we can develop a sense of clarity and awareness that can help us let go of worries and anxieties that may be holding us back. Mindfulness can help us cultivate a sense of gratitude and appreciation for the present moment, allowing us to find joy and contentment in even the simplest of things. Incorporating these practices into our daily lives can help us cultivate a sense of inner peace that will sustain us through life's ups and downs. By taking the time to connect with our inner selves and cultivate a sense of mindfulness and presence, we can find a sense of peace and contentment that will help us navigate life's challenges with grace and ease. It is important to remember that inner peace is not something that can be achieved overnight. It is a journey that requires patience, dedication, and perseverance. By committing to a regular practice of meditation and mindfulness, we can slowly but surely cultivate a sense of inner peace that will sustain us through life's trials and tribulations. As we continue on our journey towards inner peace, it is important to stay open to new possibilities and be willing to explore different paths that may lead us there. Whether it is through meditation, mindfulness, or other practices, the key is to find what works best for us and commit to it wholeheartedly. In conclusion, exploring different paths to inner peace, from meditation to mindfulness practices, can help us cultivate a sense of peace and tranquility within ourselves. By taking the time to connect with our inner selves and cultivate a sense of awareness and presence, we can find a sense of peace and contentment that will sustain us through life's challenges. Remember, inner peace is not a destination, but a journey that requires patience, dedication, and perseverance. Trust in the process and stay open to new possibilities, and you will find the peace and serenity you seek within yourself. As we continue on our journey towards inner peace, we must delve deeper into the crucial role of self-awareness. Self-awareness is the key that unlocks the door to understanding ourselves on a deeper level, paving the way for self-discovery and personal growth. It is through self-awareness that we are able to truly see ourselves for who we are, accept our strengths and weaknesses, and work towards achieving a state of inner harmony. One of the first steps towards cultivating self-awareness is to start observing our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors without judgment. This practice of mindfulness enables us to become more in tune with ourselves, allowing us to recognize patterns and triggers that may be causing inner turmoil. By simply observing our thoughts as they arise, we can begin to gain clarity on the ways in which our mind operates and how it may be impacting our emotional state. In addition to mindfulness, Self-reflection is another powerful tool for cultivating self-awareness. Take time each day to reflect on your experiences, emotions, and interactions with others. Ask yourself probing questions, such as, why did I react that way? Or, what is the underlying emotion driving my actions? By delving deep into these questions, you can uncover subconscious beliefs and patterns that may be holding you back from experiencing inner peace. Self-awareness also involves taking inventory of our values, beliefs, and desires. Are the choices we make aligned with our core values? Are our beliefs serving us in a positive way, or are they based on fear and limiting beliefs? By examining these aspects of ourselves, we can begin to align our actions with our true desires, leading to a greater sense of fulfillment and alignment with our higher selves. As we cultivate self-awareness, we may also uncover areas of our lives that are in need of healing. Past traumas, unresolved emotions, and limiting beliefs can all create inner discord that blocks us from experiencing true peace within. By acknowledging and addressing these wounds, we can begin the process of healing and letting go of the baggage that no longer serves us. Self-awareness is not just about understanding ourselves. It is also about connecting more deeply with our intuition and inner guidance. When we are in tune with ourselves, we are better able to listen to the whispers of our soul and follow the path that is in alignment with our highest good. Trusting our intuition is key to finding peace within, as it guides us towards the choices and actions that will lead us to a state of harmony and balance. In conclusion, self-awareness plays a crucial role in cultivating inner peace and finding harmony within ourselves. By practicing mindfulness, self-reflection, and aligning with our values, we can begin to unravel the layers of our being and uncover the true essence of who we are. Through this journey of self-discovery, we can release the blocks that are preventing us from experiencing true peace and step into a state of alignment with our higher selves. Remember, the path to inner peace begins within, and it is through self-awareness that we can unlock the door to true harmony and balance in our lives. As we continue on our journey towards inner peace, we come to a crucial step in the process: letting go of past traumas and embracing forgiveness. Our past experiences, especially those that have caused us pain and suffering, can weigh us down and hinder our ability to find peace within ourselves. It is essential to confront these traumas and release their hold on us in order to move forward towards a place of inner calm and contentment. When we hold on to past traumas, whether they be from childhood, past relationships, or any other source, we allow them to dictate our present moment and future. We may find ourselves reacting from a place of fear, anger, or hurt, rather than from a place of love and compassion. This can create a cycle of negative emotions and behaviors that prevent us from fully experiencing the peace and joy that is our true nature. Forgiveness is a powerful tool that can help us release the grip of past traumas and move towards inner peace. When we forgive those who have wronged us, we are not excusing their actions or condoning their behavior. Rather, we are freeing ourselves from the burden of carrying around anger, resentment, and bitterness. Forgiveness is an act of self-love and compassion that allows us to let go of the past and create space for healing and growth. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting or pretending that the hurtful actions never occurred. It means acknowledging the pain that was caused, accepting what has happened, and choosing to release the negative emotions associated with the trauma. This process can be challenging and uncomfortable, as it requires us to face our pain and vulnerability head-on. However, the rewards of forgiveness are immeasurable: a sense of freedom, peace, and empowerment that can transform our lives in profound ways. In order to embrace forgiveness, we must first acknowledge the pain and suffering that we have experienced. This may involve reliving painful memories, confronting uncomfortable emotions, and accepting the reality of what has happened to us. It is important to give ourselves permission to feel our emotions fully, without judgment or suppression. By allowing ourselves to fully experience our pain, we can begin the process of healing and letting go. Once we have acknowledged our pain, we can begin to cultivate empathy and compassion towards those who have wronged us. This does not mean excusing their actions or minimizing the hurt that was caused. Rather, it means recognizing the humanity in all beings, including those who have hurt us, and understanding that they, too, are flawed and imperfect. By cultivating empathy and compassion, we can begin to see the humanity in ourselves and others, and move towards a place of understanding and forgiveness. In the practice of forgiveness, it can be helpful to engage in rituals or practices that facilitate the release of negative emotions and the cultivation of forgiveness. This may include journaling about our feelings, meditating on forgiveness, or seeking support from a therapist or spiritual mentor. By engaging in these practices, we can deepen our understanding of forgiveness and begin to embody its transformative power in our lives. As we continue on our journey towards inner peace, let us remember that forgiveness is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process of releasing and healing. It may require time, patience, and effort, but the rewards are well worth it. By letting go of past traumas and embracing forgiveness, we can create space for joy, peace, and love to flourish within us. Let us release the burden of our past and step into the light of forgiveness, knowing that it is the key to unlocking the door to inner peace. As we continue on our journey to find inner peace, we come across a powerful tool that can help us shift our perspective and cultivate a sense of peace in our lives: gratitude. Gratitude is the practice of acknowledging and appreciating the blessings in our lives, big and small. It is the recognition of the goodness that surrounds us, even in the midst of challenges and difficulties. When we cultivate a sense of gratitude, we are able to see the world through a different lens. We begin to focus on what we have rather than what we lack, on the positive rather than the negative. This shift in perspective can have a profound impact on our well-being, as it allows us to see the beauty and abundance that exists in every moment. Gratitude is not just a practice, but a way of living. It is a mindset that can transform our outlook on life and bring us closer to inner peace. When we practice gratitude, we are able to let go of resentment, anger, and fear, and instead embrace love, joy, and compassion. We are able to see the interconnectedness of all things and recognize the blessings that are constantly flowing into our lives. One of the simplest ways to cultivate gratitude is through a daily practice of gratitude journaling. Each day, take a few moments to write down 3 things that you are grateful for. They can be as simple as the sun shining, a smile from a stranger, or a warm cup of tea. By focusing on the positives in your life, you can shift your perspective and cultivate a sense of peace within yourself. In addition to journaling, you can also practice gratitude through daily affirmations. Repeat phrases such as, "I am grateful for the abundance in my life," or "I am thankful for the love that surrounds me." By affirming your gratitude, you are reinforcing the positive energy within yourself and attracting even more blessings into your life. Another powerful way to cultivate gratitude is through acts of kindness and service. When we extend a helping hand to others, we are able to see the impact of our actions and the gratitude that is generated in return. By giving back to our communities and supporting those in need, we are able to connect with the greater good and spread love and compassion to all beings. Gratitude is a practice that requires intention and commitment, but the rewards are immeasurable. By shifting our perspective and focusing on the blessings in our lives, we can cultivate a sense of peace that transcends our circumstances. We can find joy in the present moment and appreciate the beauty that surrounds us each day. As we continue on our journey within, let us remember the power of gratitude in shaping our perspective and cultivating a sense of peace in our lives. Let us practice gratitude each day and watch as our hearts open to the abundance that exists within and around us. Together, we can create a world filled with love, kindness, and peace. As we continue our journey within, we come to a pivotal chapter in our quest for inner peace, Chapter 6, Finding Peace in Simplicity and Decluttering Our Minds and Environments. In today's fast-paced world, we are constantly bombarded with distractions and noise that can cloud our minds and weigh us down. We are surrounded by material possessions and commitments that can overwhelm us and leave us feeling drained and anxious. But in order to truly find peace within ourselves, we must learn to simplify our lives and declutter not just our physical spaces, but our mental spaces as well. Simplicity is not about deprivation or lack, but about creating space for what truly matters in our lives. It is about letting go of the excess and focusing on what brings us joy and fulfillment. When we declutter our minds and environments, we create room for clarity, creativity, and inner peace to flourish. One of the first steps in simplifying our lives is to take inventory of our possessions and commitments. Are there things in our lives that no longer serve us or bring us happiness? Are there commitments that drain our energy and take away from our well-being? By releasing what no longer serves us, we create space for what truly matters in our lives. This process of decluttering can be a challenging one, as we may have attachments to certain possessions or commitments. But by letting go of the excess, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and opportunities for growth and transformation. We begin to see that true freedom and peace come from within, not from external sources. Once we have decluttered our physical spaces, we can begin to declutter our minds. Our minds are often filled with negative thoughts, worries, and doubts that can cloud our judgment and rob us of our peace. By practicing mindfulness and meditation, we can learn to quiet the noise in our minds and focus on the present moment. Mindfulness teaches us to be fully present in the moment, to let go of past regrets and future anxieties, and to simply be. When we practice mindfulness, we learn to appreciate the beauty and simplicity of life as it is, without the need for constant distraction or stimulation. We learn to find peace in the present moment, no matter what challenges or struggles we may be facing. As we continue to simplify our lives and declutter our minds, we begin to see the interconnectedness of all things. We realize that we are not separate from the world around us, but rather a part of a larger whole. We see that our inner peace is directly tied to the peace of the world, and that by finding peace within ourselves, we can radiate that peace outwards to others. In simplifying our lives and decluttering our minds, we learn to let go of the need for external validation or approval. We discover that true happiness and fulfillment come from within, from living in alignment with our values and inner truth. We no longer seek to fill a void with material possessions or achievements, but rather find joy in the simple pleasures of life. A walk in nature, a heartfelt conversation, a moment of quiet reflection. As we embrace simplicity and declutter our minds and environments, we begin to experience a newfound sense of freedom and lightness. We no longer feel weighed down by the burdens of the past or the anxieties of the future. We learn to live fully in the present moment, with gratitude and acceptance for all that life has to offer. In finding peace and simplicity, we unlock the door to our true inner selves and discover a sense of peace and contentment that surpasses all understanding. We learn that true happiness does not come from external sources, but from within ourselves. We learn that the path to inner peace is not a destination, but a journey that unfolds with each moment of mindfulness and each act of simplicity. So let us continue on our journey within, with open hearts and open minds, embracing the power of simplicity and decluttering our lives. Let us learn to let go of what no longer serves us and focus on what truly matters. And in doing so, may we find peace, joy, and fulfillment beyond measure. Chapter 7. In our journey to inner peace, it is essential to embrace vulnerability and authenticity as pathways to self-acceptance. These qualities may seem daunting at first, as they require us to let down our guard and show up as our true selves, flaws and all. However, it is through vulnerability and authenticity that we can truly connect with our inner being and find the peace we seek. Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness, something to be avoided at all costs. We are taught to be strong, to keep our emotions in check, and to never show any sign of weakness. However, vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength. It takes courage to be vulnerable, to show our true selves to the world without fear of judgment or rejection. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open ourselves up to new experiences, deeper connections, and a greater sense of self-acceptance. Authenticity is closely linked to vulnerability, as it requires us to be true to ourselves, to live in alignment with our values and beliefs. When we are authentic, we are able to let go of the need to conform to societal expectations and instead embrace our uniqueness. Authenticity allows us to show up in the world as our true selves, without pretense or pretension. It is through authenticity that we can truly find inner peace and self-acceptance. Finding the courage to embrace vulnerability and authenticity can be challenging, especially in a world that often values conformity over individuality. However, It is essential to remember that true peace comes from within, from embracing our true selves and letting go of the need to be perfect. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable and authentic, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities and opportunities for growth and self-discovery. One of the key elements of embracing vulnerability and authenticity is learning to love and accept ourselves unconditionally. This means letting go of self-judgment and criticism, and instead embracing ourselves with compassion and kindness. When we learn to love ourselves unconditionally, we are able to show up in the world authentically, without fear of rejection or judgment. In order to embrace vulnerability and authenticity, it is important to practice self-care and self-compassion. This means taking time to nurture our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being, and treating ourselves with kindness and respect. When we practice self-care and self-compassion, we are better able to show up authentically in the world, without feeling overwhelmed or drained. Another important aspect of embracing vulnerability and authenticity is learning to set boundaries and communicate our needs effectively. When we are able to communicate our needs and boundaries with clarity and assertiveness, we are better able to show up authentically in our relationships and interactions with others. Setting boundaries allows us to protect our vulnerabilities and honor our authenticity, without feeling the need to please others at the expense of our own well-being. When we learn to embrace vulnerability and authenticity, we are able to find a greater sense of inner peace and self-acceptance. By letting go of the need to be perfect and instead embracing our true selves, flaws and all, we can find a deep sense of connection with our inner being and with the world around us. Embracing vulnerability and authenticity allows us to show up authentically in the world, without fear of judgment or rejection, and to live a life of true peace and fulfillment. As we continue on our journey towards inner peace, we come to a crucial point: cultivating compassion towards ourselves and others. Compassion is the key that unlocks the door to true peace within our hearts and minds. It is the ability to empathize with others, to feel their pain and suffering, and to want to alleviate it. But before we can fully extend compassion to others, we must first learn to cultivate it within ourselves. Self-compassion is often the hardest form of compassion to practice. We are often our own worst critics, quick to judge and condemn ourselves for our perceived flaws and mistakes. But true inner peace begins with self-compassion. We must learn to treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a dear friend in need. When we can extend this level of compassion to ourselves, we begin to heal the wounds of self-doubt and self-criticism that have plagued us for so long. One powerful way to cultivate self-compassion is through the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, without judgment or attachment. When we practice mindfulness, we become aware of our inner thoughts and feelings, and we can begin to observe them with a sense of curiosity and compassion. Instead of being swept away by our negative self-talk, we can learn to gently acknowledge our thoughts and then let them go, like clouds passing in the sky. Another important aspect of cultivating self-compassion is learning to forgive ourselves for our past mistakes. We all make errors in judgment, we all have moments of weakness or regret. But holding on to these mistakes only serves to weigh us down and prevent us from moving forward. By practicing forgiveness towards ourselves, we release the burden of guilt and shame that we have been carrying. We give ourselves permission to start anew, to learn from our mistakes, and to grow into the best version of ourselves. But compassion is not just about how we treat ourselves. It is also about how we treat others. When we extend compassion to those around us, we create a ripple effect of kindness and understanding that can transform not only our own lives, but the lives of those we touch. By practicing compassion towards others, we break down the barriers of separation and judgment that divide us. We recognize that we are all connected, all part of the same human family, and that each of us is deserving of love and compassion. One powerful way to cultivate compassion towards others is through the practice of loving-kindness meditation. In this practice, we send love and well wishes to ourselves, to loved ones, to acquaintances, and even to those with whom we have difficulties. By radiating loving kindness outwards, we begin to dissolve the boundaries of fear and anger that separate us from one another. We learn to see the humanity in each person we encounter, and to respond to them with empathy and compassion. But cultivating compassion is not always easy. It requires patience, perseverance, and a willingness to open our hearts to the pain and suffering of others. It requires us to step outside of our comfort zones, to take risks, and to be vulnerable. But the rewards of compassion are immeasurable. When we extend compassion to ourselves and others, we experience a deep sense of connection and purpose. We feel a profound sense of inner peace that cannot be shaken by the challenges of life. As we continue on our journey towards inner peace, let us remember the power of compassion. Let us treat ourselves with kindness and understanding. Let us extend compassion to all beings, without exception. And let us walk this path with open hearts and open minds, ready to embrace the beauty and the challenges of life with love and grace. The journey towards inner peace begins with compassion. May we all have the courage to walk this path together. As we continue on our journey within, we come to a pivotal chapter that explores the profound connection between inner peace and physical well-being. It is said that the body is a temple, a sacred vessel that houses our spirit and soul. When we neglect the vessel, we are neglecting not only our physical health, but our spiritual health as well. Exercise is one of the key pillars of maintaining a healthy body and mind. It is through movement and physical activity that we can release built-up tension and stress, allowing our energy to flow freely throughout our being. Whether it is through yoga, running, dancing, or any other form of exercise, the important thing is to find what brings you joy and makes you feel alive. When we move our bodies, we are not only improving our physical health but also our mental and emotional well-being. Exercise releases endorphins, the feel-good hormones that can elevate our mood and reduce feelings of anxiety and depression. It allows us to connect with our bodies on a deeper level, listening to what they need and responding with care and compassion. As we exercise, we are also cultivating a sense of discipline and dedication. It takes commitment to show up for ourselves each day, to prioritize our health and well-being despite the many demands of daily life. By making exercise a regular part of our routine, we are demonstrating our commitment to ourselves and our journey towards inner peace. In addition to exercise, the food we consume plays a significant role in our physical and spiritual health. The saying, "You are what you eat," holds true on so many levels. When we nourish our bodies with whole, nutrient-dense foods, we are providing ourselves with the fuel we need to thrive. Eating a plant-based diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins not only supports our physical health but also our spiritual well-being. When we consume foods that are grown from the earth, we are connecting with the natural world around us. We are honoring the cycle of life and death, recognizing that we are all interconnected in the web of existence. Furthermore, a healthy diet can have a profound impact on our energy levels, mental clarity, and emotional stability. When we fuel our bodies with foods that nourish and support us, we are setting ourselves up for success in all areas of our lives. We are providing ourselves with the nutrients needed to thrive, both physically and spiritually. It is important to approach exercise and nutrition with a sense of balance and moderation. Extremes in either direction can be harmful to our overall well-being. It is not about perfection, but rather about progress and growth. It is about finding what works for you and your unique body, listening to its cues and responding with love and compassion. As we continue to explore the connection between inner peace and physical well-being, let us remember that our bodies are sacred vessels, deserving of love and care. Let us move with intention and nourish ourselves with foods that support our health and vitality. Let us embrace the journey within, knowing that true transformation begins with honoring and loving ourselves from the inside out. As we continue on our journey towards inner peace, it becomes crucial to acknowledge the importance of setting boundaries and creating a balanced life. Boundaries are like fences that protect our inner peace from external influences that may disrupt our harmony. Without boundaries, we risk becoming overwhelmed by the demands of others and the world around us. It is essential to establish clear boundaries in all aspects of our lives, relationships, work, and personal time. Setting boundaries is a form of self-care that is necessary for maintaining our mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. When we set boundaries, we are essentially saying to ourselves and others that our needs are important and deserve to be respected. It is not selfish to establish boundaries, but rather a wise and empowering act of self-preservation. Boundaries can come in many forms: saying no to activities that do not align with our values, speaking up when our needs are not being met, and creating physical or emotional distance from toxic relationships. It is crucial to be firm and consistent in enforcing our boundaries, even if it may cause discomfort or conflict with others. Remember that it is not our responsibility to please everyone or meet everyone's expectations. By setting boundaries, we are honoring our own needs and values. Creating a balanced life is another essential element in maintaining inner peace. Balance is about finding harmony and equilibrium in all areas of our lives: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. When we are imbalanced, we may feel overwhelmed, stressed, and disconnected from ourselves. It is crucial to assess our priorities and make conscious choices that align with our values and goals. To create a balanced life, we must prioritize self-care and prioritize our well-being above all else. This means taking time for rest, relaxation, and rejuvenation. It means nourishing our bodies with healthy food, exercise, and adequate sleep. It means nurturing our minds with positive thoughts, affirmations, and mindfulness practices. And it means tending to our spirits with meditation, prayer, and connection to something greater than ourselves. Creating balance also requires setting boundaries with our time and energy. It is essential to allocate our resources wisely and say no to activities that drain us or do not serve our higher purpose. By doing so, we free up space for what truly matters and bring more peace and fulfillment into our lives. In the pursuit of inner peace, remember that setting boundaries and creating balance are not one-time tasks, but ongoing practices that require attention and reinforcement. It is a journey of self-discovery and self-mastery that requires dedication, courage, and commitment. By cultivating boundaries and balance, we empower ourselves to live authentically and align with our truest selves. In doing so, we create a life filled with peace, joy, and fulfillment. As we continue on our journey to inner peace, it is important to remember that it is a lifelong process. Like the layers of an onion, we must peel back the exterior to reveal the true essence within. This takes time, patience, and dedication. It is not always easy, but the rewards are well worth the effort. Practice is key in our quest for inner peace. Just like any skill or talent, mastering the art of inner peace takes time and effort. By incorporating daily practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and self-reflection, we can begin to cultivate a sense of calm and tranquility within ourselves. These practices allow us to quiet the mind, connect with our true selves, and find peace in the present moment. Patience is also crucial as we navigate the ups and downs of our inner journey. It is normal to experience setbacks and challenges along the way. Instead of viewing these obstacles as failures, we must see them as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. By approaching these challenges with patience and understanding, we can learn valuable lessons that will ultimately guide us towards inner peace. One of the most important aspects of our journey to inner peace is self-compassion. We must be kind and gentle with ourselves as we navigate the complexities of our inner world. It is okay to make mistakes, to feel lost, or to experience negative emotions. These are all part of the human experience. By practicing self-compassion, we can learn to accept ourselves fully, flaws and all, and move towards a place of peace and self-love. In our fast-paced and often chaotic world, it can be easy to lose sight of our inner peace. We are bombarded with distractions, responsibilities, and external pressures that can pull us away from our true selves. This is why it is crucial to prioritize our inner peace and make it a priority in our daily lives. By setting aside time each day for self-care, reflection, and mindfulness, we can nurture our inner peace and create a sense of balance and harmony within ourselves. It is also important to remember that inner peace is not a destination, but a journey. It is a continuous process of growth, healing, and self-discovery that unfolds over a lifetime. As we move through the ebbs and flows of life, our inner peace may be tested, but it is up to us to continue to nurture and cultivate it. By embracing the practice of patience and understanding, we can find peace in even the most challenging of circumstances. In conclusion, The journey to inner peace is a lifelong process that requires practice and patience. By incorporating daily practices, cultivating self-compassion, and prioritizing our inner peace, we can move closer towards a state of harmony and balance within ourselves. Remember, the path to inner peace may be long and winding, but the rewards of a peaceful and fulfilling life are well worth the effort. Keep moving forward on your journey, and trust that inner peace is within your reach. Chapter 12. As we continue on our journey towards inner peace, we must address one of the biggest obstacles that stands in our way: self-doubt and negative self-talk. These destructive patterns of thinking can wreak havoc on our mental and emotional well-being, preventing us from truly finding the peace we seek within ourselves. Self-doubt is the voice in our head that tells us we are not good enough, that we are unworthy of love and success, that we will never achieve our dreams. It is the nagging feeling that we are not capable of greatness, that we are destined to fail. Self-doubt can be insidious, creeping into our minds and convincing us that we are powerless to change our circumstances. Negative self-talk is the constant stream of criticism and judgment that we inflict upon ourselves. It is the voice that tells us we are stupid, ugly, lazy, or worthless. It is the inner critic that magnifies our flaws and minimizes our strengths. Negative self-talk can be relentless, chipping away at our self-esteem and leaving us feeling defeated and hopeless. But we must remember that self-doubt and negative self-talk are not truths about who we are. They are simply conditioned patterns of thinking that have been ingrained in us over time. And just as these patterns were learned, they can be unlearned. We have the power to change the way we think about ourselves and cultivate a more compassionate and empowering inner dialogue. The first step in overcoming self-doubt and negative self-talk is to become aware of these patterns when they arise. Notice the moments when you doubt yourself or speak harshly to yourself. Pay attention to the words you use and the tone of your internal dialogue. By shining a light on these destructive thoughts, you can begin to take control of them and challenge their validity. Once you have identified your self-doubt and negative self-talk, it is important to replace these thoughts with more positive and affirming beliefs. Affirmations can be a powerful tool in transforming your inner dialogue. Repeat phrases such as, "I am enough," "I am deserving of love and success," "I am capable of achieving my dreams," until they become ingrained in your subconscious mind. It is also helpful to practice self-compassion and self-love. Treat yourself with kindness and forgiveness, just as you would treat a close friend. Remember that you are human and that making mistakes is a natural part of the learning process. Give yourself permission to be imperfect and embrace your flaws as part of what makes you unique. Another effective way to overcome self-doubt and negative self-talk is to surround yourself with positive influences. Seek out people who uplift and encourage you, who believe in your potential and support your growth. Listen to inspiring podcasts, read motivational books, attend workshops and seminars that promote self-love and empowerment. Fill your mind with positivity and watch as it transforms your perspective on yourself and the world around you. Finally, remember that inner peace is not about being perfect or never experiencing self-doubt. It is about accepting yourself unconditionally, flaws and all, and finding peace amidst the chaos of life. It is a journey of self-discovery and self-acceptance, a process of learning to love and honor yourself in all your imperfections. So as you continue on your path to inner peace, know that self-doubt and negative self-talk are not permanent barriers, but merely bumps in the road that can be overcome with patience and practice. Trust in your innate worthiness and embrace the journey within, knowing that true peace comes from loving yourself unconditionally. As we continue on our journey towards inner peace and personal growth, it is important to recognize the critical role that relationships play in supporting us along the way. Our relationships with others can serve as a powerful mirror, reflecting back to us our strengths, weaknesses, and areas in need of growth. Relationships provide us with countless opportunities to practice patience, compassion, understanding, and forgiveness. They challenge us to communicate effectively, set boundaries, and cultivate empathy. In essence, relationships are a magnifying glass that highlights our patterns, beliefs, and emotional wounds, inviting us to delve deep within ourselves to heal and transform. When we approach relationships from a place of mindfulness and self-awareness, we can begin to see them as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Rather than viewing conflicts or challenges as obstacles to our peace, we can see them as invitations to deepen our understanding of ourselves and others. One of the key aspects of nurturing healthy relationships is the practice of active listening. By truly listening to others without judgment or interruption, we create a space for authentic communication and mutual understanding. We validate the experiences, feelings, and perspectives of others, fostering a sense of trust, respect, and connection. In relationships, it is also important to cultivate a sense of empathy and compassion. When we can put ourselves in the shoes of others, empathizing with their struggles and challenges, we open our hearts to a greater sense of unity and understanding. Compassion allows us to respond to others with kindness and generosity, fostering a sense of harmony and cooperation in our relationships. Boundaries are another essential aspect of healthy relationships. By setting clear and respectful boundaries, we honor our own needs and values, while also respecting the boundaries of others. Boundaries create a sense of safety and security in our relationships, allowing for open communication and mutual respect. Forgiveness is a powerful practice that can transform our relationships and bring us closer to inner peace. When we release resentment, anger, and grudges towards others, we free ourselves from the burden of carrying emotional baggage. Forgiveness opens the door to healing and reconciliation, fostering a sense of peace, acceptance, and love in our relationships. As we navigate the complexities of relationships on our journey towards inner peace, it is important to remember that we are all interconnected. Our relationships with others are mirrors reflecting back to us the aspects of ourselves that are in need of healing and transformation. By approaching relationships with mindfulness, compassion, and empathy, we can deepen our understanding of ourselves and others and cultivate greater harmony, peace, and personal growth in our lives. In closing, I invite you to reflect on your relationships and how they support you on your journey towards inner peace and personal growth. How can you cultivate greater mindfulness, compassion, and empathy in your relationships? How can you practice forgiveness, set boundaries, and communicate authentically with others? Remember, relationships are a sacred mirror reflecting back to us the beauty and potential within ourselves. Embrace them as opportunities for growth, healing, and transformation on your path to inner peace. As we continue our journey within, we find ourselves drawn to moments of solitude and self-reflection. These moments offer us a chance to pause, to breathe, and to connect with our inner selves. In these moments, we can find peace, clarity, and a deeper sense of who we truly are. Solitude is not about being alone, but about being present with ourselves. It is about creating space for silence, for stillness, and for the whispers of our own soul. When we embrace solitude, we create a sacred space within ourselves where we can listen to our own inner voice, our own inner guidance. In the busyness of our daily lives, it can be easy to lose touch with ourselves. We may find ourselves constantly seeking distractions, whether through social media, television, or other forms of entertainment. But in moments of solitude, we have the opportunity to tune out the external noise and tune in to our own inner truth. Self-reflection is a powerful tool for personal growth and transformation. When we take the time to look inward, to examine our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, we open ourselves up to a deeper understanding of ourselves. Self-reflection allows us to become aware of the patterns and habits that may be holding us back, and to make conscious choices about how we want to move forward. In moments of solitude and self-reflection, we may find ourselves confronting difficult emotions, memories, or fears. It is important to remember that these moments are a vital part of the healing process. By facing our inner demons head-on, we can begin to release their hold on us and move towards a place of greater peace and wholeness. Finding peace in moments of solitude and self-reflection is not always easy. It requires courage, patience, and a willingness to be vulnerable. But the rewards are immeasurable. When we take the time to connect with ourselves on a deeper level, we begin to cultivate a sense of inner peace that can sustain us through life's challenges. As we continue to explore the path to inner peace, let us remember the importance of carving out time for solitude and self-reflection. Let us embrace these moments as opportunities for growth, healing, and transformation. And let us trust that in the stillness of our own hearts, we will find the peace we seek. Chapter 15. Creativity is a powerful force that lies deep within each and every one of us. It is a spark of divine energy that has the ability to not only bring beauty and art into the world, but also to heal and transform our inner landscape. In this chapter, we will explore the connection between creativity and inner peace, and the healing power of artistic expression. When we engage in creative endeavors, whether it be painting, writing, dancing, or any other form of artistic expression, we tap into a wellspring of inspiration that can guide us towards a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Creativity allows us to access parts of ourselves that may have been buried beneath layers of doubt, fear, and insecurity. It invites us to connect with our true essence, our authentic self, and to express ourselves in a way that is unique and unfiltered. Through the act of creation, we are able to transcend the limitations of our mind and ego and enter into a state of flow where time seems to stand still and we are completely immersed in the present moment. It is in these moments of creative expression that we find a sense of peace and contentment that goes beyond words. We experience a deep sense of connection to something greater than ourselves, whether it be the universe, the divine, or simply the source of our own creativity. Artistic expression has the power to heal emotional wounds, release pent-up energy, and bring about a sense of catharsis and release. When we allow ourselves to express our thoughts, feelings, and experiences through art, we are able to process and make sense of them in a way that is not possible through rational thought alone. Creativity gives us a safe space to explore our innermost thoughts and emotions, to confront our fears and insecurities, and to transform them into something beautiful and meaningful. In the words of the renowned artist Pablo Picasso, art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life. When we engage in artistic expression, whether it be through painting, drawing, writing, or any other form of creative endeavor, we are able to cleanse our minds and hearts of the clutter and chaos that often accumulate in our daily lives. We are able to tap into a source of inner peace and tranquility that is always available to us, if only we are willing to open ourselves up to it. Creativity is a powerful tool for self-discovery and self-expression. It allows us to explore aspects of ourselves that may have gone unnoticed or unacknowledged, and to uncover hidden talents and passions that have been waiting to be unleashed. When we embrace our creative nature and allow it to guide us on our journey within, we become more attuned to our inner world and the wisdom that lies within. We are able to access a deeper sense of meaning and purpose, and to navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and resilience. In the words of the great philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, one must still have chaos in oneself to give birth to a dancing star. Creativity thrives on chaos and uncertainty, on the messy and unpredictable nature of life. When we allow ourselves to embrace the chaos within and without, we are able to tap into a wellspring of creativity that can lead us towards inner peace and fulfillment. We are able to dance with the stars and create beauty out of chaos, finding harmony in the midst of discord. Artistic expression is a form of meditation, a practice that allows us to quiet the mind, cultivate mindfulness, and tap into a source of inner wisdom and guidance. When we engage in creative endeavors, we are able to enter into a state of flow where our thoughts and actions are aligned, where we feel fully present and connected to the creative energy that flows through us. In this state of flow, we are able to access a deep sense of peace and clarity that is often elusive in our busy and hectic lives. The healing power of artistic expression lies in its ability to bring light to the darkest corners of our soul, to illuminate the shadows and fears that hold us back from living a full and vibrant life. When we allow ourselves to express our deepest thoughts and emotions through art, we are able to release pent-up energy and emotions that may have been stored within us for years. We are able to confront our inner demons and fears, and to transform them into something beautiful and transformative. Artistic expression is a form of self-care, a practice that allows us to nurture and nourish our souls in a way that is deeply fulfilling and rewarding. When we engage in creative endeavors, we are able to cultivate self-love and self-compassion, to honor our unique gifts and talents, and to express ourselves in a way that is authentic and true. Through art, we are able to connect with our inner child, that part of us that is playful, curious, and unafraid to explore the unknown. In the words of the great poet Rumi, let yourself be silently drawn by the strange pull of what you really love. It will not lead you astray. When we follow our creative impulses and allow ourselves to be guided by the wisdom of our hearts, we are able to connect with our true purpose and passion, and to create a life that is rich and fulfilling. Artistic expression is a form of soulful exploration, a journey of self-discovery and self-expression that can lead us towards inner peace and wholeness. As we embark on this journey within, let us remember the healing power of artistic expression and the transformative potential that lies within each and every one of us. Let us embrace our creative nature and allow it to guide us towards a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Let us dance with the stars and create beauty out of chaos, finding peace and tranquility in the midst of life's challenges and struggles. And let us remember that creativity is not just a gift, but a sacred practice that can lead us towards inner peace and fulfillment. Chapter 16. Practicing mindfulness in everyday activities to enhance our sense of peace and presence. As we continue on our journey towards inner peace, it is important to remember that mindfulness is not just a practice reserved for meditation or yoga sessions. Mindfulness is a way of life, a way of being fully present in each moment, no matter what we are doing. By bringing mindfulness into our everyday activities, we can enhance our sense of peace and presence in all aspects of our lives. One of the keys to practicing mindfulness in everyday activities is to bring our full attention to whatever it is we are doing. Whether we are washing the dishes, walking the dog, or driving to work, we can choose to be fully present and engaged in the task at hand. This means letting go of distractions and multitasking, and instead focusing on the sensations, thoughts, and emotions that arise in the present moment. For example, when washing the dishes, instead of letting our minds wander to the past or the future, we can bring our attention to the feel of the warm water on our hands, the scent of the soap, and the sound of the dishes clinking together. By immersing ourselves fully in the experience, we can find a sense of calm and peace that transcends the task itself. Similarly, when walking the dog, we can choose to be fully present and attuned to the sights, sounds, and smells of the world around us. We can notice the way the sunlight filters through the trees, the sound of birds chirping in the distance, and the feel of the pavement beneath our feet. By immersing ourselves in the present moment, we can cultivate a sense of connection to the world around us, and a feeling of peace and presence that carries us through our day. Even when engaging in more mundane tasks, such as driving to work or doing household chores, we can choose to bring mindfulness into our activities. We can notice the feel of our hands on the steering wheel, the rhythm of our breath as we move through our tasks, and the sensations in our bodies as we go about our day. By anchoring ourselves in the present moment, we can find a sense of peace and calm that can carry us through even the most challenging moments. Practicing mindfulness in everyday activities is not always easy. Our minds are often pulled in 1,000 different directions, and it can be tempting to let ourselves become lost in thought or distraction. But by making a conscious choice to be present and engaged in each moment, we can cultivate a sense of peace and presence that can transform our experience of the world around us. As we continue on our journey towards inner peace, let us remember that mindfulness is not just a practice, but a way of being in the world. By bringing mindfulness into our everyday activities, we can enhance our sense of peace and presence, and cultivate a deeper connection to ourselves and the world around us. So let us take a moment to pause, to breathe, and to come back to the present moment, knowing that it is here, in the here and now, that true peace and presence can be found. As we continue our exploration of the path to inner peace, we come to a crucial concept that often eludes many of us: surrender and letting go. In our fast-paced and busy world, the idea of surrendering control can seem counterintuitive and even frightening. We are taught to strive, to push ourselves to be better, to never give up. And yet, it is in surrendering that we find true peace. Surrender is not about giving up or being passive. It is about releasing our attachment to outcomes, our need to control every aspect of our lives. It is about trusting in a higher power, whether you call it the universe, God, or the divine. Surrender is a powerful act of faith, a willingness to let go of our fears and insecurities and trust in the process of life. When we surrender, we are no longer fighting against the flow of life. We are allowing ourselves to be carried along by the current, trusting that it will take us where we need to go. Surrender means releasing the grip of our ego, our need to be right or in control. It is a humbling experience, acknowledging that we are not the masters of the universe, but rather small parts of a much greater whole. Letting go is another essential aspect of finding inner peace. Just as we must surrender our need for control, we must also let go of our attachments to people, things, and outcomes. We hold on tightly to our desires and expectations, convinced that they will bring us happiness and fulfillment. But in reality, our attachments only serve to create suffering and prevent us from experiencing true peace. Letting go is a practice of releasing what no longer serves us, of freeing ourselves from the chains of attachment. It is a process of decluttering our minds and our hearts, making room for new possibilities and experiences. Letting go is not easy, as it requires us to confront our deepest fears and insecurities. But in doing so, we open ourselves up to a world of infinite potential and joy. When we surrender and let go, we create space for miracles to occur. We open ourselves up to the beauty and wonder of life, to the magic that surrounds us at every moment. We become more receptive to the guidance of our intuition and the wisdom of our inner voice. We begin to see the world with fresh eyes, free from the limitations of our own narrow perspective. Surrender and letting go are not one-time events, but ongoing practices that require commitment and dedication. It is a journey, a process of shedding layers of conditioning and ego until we come to our true essence. It is a daily practice of mindfulness and self-awareness, of releasing and renewing, of allowing ourselves to be vulnerable and open to the mysteries of life. As we continue on our journey within, let us remember the power of surrender and letting go. Let us release our grip on control and allow ourselves to be carried by the flow of life. Let us let go of our attachments and embrace the beauty of impermanence. And in doing so, let us find the peace and serenity that reside within us, waiting to be discovered. As we continue our journey within, it is important to explore the impact of nature and spending time outdoors on our mental well-being and inner peace. Nature has a way of soothing our souls and calming our minds in a way that nothing else can. The beauty of the natural world has a way of reminding us of the beauty within ourselves and the importance of connecting with our inner selves. When we spend time in nature, we are reminded of the vastness of the universe and how we are just a small part of it. We are able to let go of our worries and anxieties and focus on the present moment. The rustling of the leaves, the chirping of the birds, and the sound of the flowing water all serve to bring us back to the present moment and remind us of the beauty of life. Nature also has a way of teaching us important lessons about patience and resilience. The trees that stand tall and strong in the face of strong winds and storms remind us of the importance of standing strong in the face of adversity. The flowing water that always finds a way to navigate around obstacles reminds us of the importance of going with the flow and adapting to change. Spending time outdoors not only helps to improve our mental well-being, but also has a positive impact on our physical health. Research has shown that spending time in nature can reduce stress, improve mood, and boost our immune system. It can also help to lower blood pressure, improve concentration, and increase creativity. One of the best ways to connect with nature and experience its benefits is through activities such as hiking, camping, or simply taking a walk in the park. By immersing ourselves in the natural world, we are able to recharge our minds and bodies and reconnect with our inner selves. In addition to spending time in nature, it is also important to make time for self-reflection and introspection. Taking time to reflect on our thoughts and feelings can help us to gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and our emotions. Journaling, meditation, and mindfulness practices can all be helpful in this regard. As we continue on our journey within, let us remember the importance of connecting with nature and spending time outdoors. Let us take the time to appreciate the beauty around us and allow it to nourish our souls and calm our minds. By immersing ourselves in the natural world, we can find inner peace and serenity that will help us on our path to self-discovery and spiritual growth. Let us embrace the beauty of the natural world and let it guide us on our journey within. Let us open our hearts and minds to the lessons that nature has to teach us, and allow it to help us find the inner peace and contentment that we seek. May we always remember the importance of connecting with nature and spending time outdoors on our path to inner peace. Chapter 19. In our journey within, we have explored many paths and tools that can lead us to inner peace. One important aspect of this journey is mindful communication and conflict resolution. Our relationships play a crucial role in our lives, and how we communicate and resolve conflicts can either bring us closer to peace or push us further away from it. Communication is the foundation of all relationships. How we speak to others, listen to others, and express ourselves can have a profound impact on the quality of our relationships. Mindful communication is about being present in the moment, truly listening to the other person without judgment or distractions, and expressing ourselves honestly and compassionately. One of the keys to mindful communication is deep listening. Most of the time, we are not truly listening to the other person. We are thinking about how we will respond, judging what they are saying, or simply waiting for our turn to speak. Deep listening is about quieting the mind, letting go of our own agendas, and fully focusing on the other person's words, emotions, and body language. When we truly listen to someone, we create a space for them to be heard, understood, and validated. This can be incredibly healing for both parties involved. It allows for honest and open communication, which can help to resolve conflicts, build trust, and strengthen the relationship. Another important aspect of mindful communication is expressing ourselves honestly and compassionately. Oftentimes, we hold back our true feelings out of fear of hurting the other person or being judged. However, withholding our thoughts and emotions can lead to resentment, misunderstandings, and conflict. By expressing ourselves with honesty and compassion, we allow ourselves to be vulnerable and authentic. We communicate our needs, desires, and emotions clearly and respectfully, which can foster understanding, empathy, and connection in our relationships. Conflict is a natural and inevitable part of any relationship. However, how we handle conflict can make all the difference in whether it brings us closer together or drives us apart. Conflict resolution is about finding a peaceful and constructive way to address and resolve disagreements and misunderstandings. One important aspect of conflict resolution is approaching conflicts with an open mind and heart. Instead of seeing conflicts as a battle to be won or lost, we can view them as opportunities for growth, understanding, and connection. By approaching conflicts with curiosity, compassion, and a willingness to listen, we can transform them into opportunities for deepening our relationships. Another important aspect of conflict resolution is practicing empathy and understanding. Conflict often arises from misunderstandings, differing perspectives, and unmet needs. By stepping into the other person's shoes and seeing the situation from their point of view, we can cultivate empathy, compassion, and understanding. When we approach conflicts with empathy and understanding, we can find common ground, identify the root causes of the conflict, and work together to find a mutually beneficial solution. This can help to strengthen our relationships, build trust, and foster peace and harmony. In conclusion, mindful communication and conflict resolution are powerful tools for fostering peace in our relationships. By practicing deep listening, honest and compassionate expression, empathy, and understanding, we can create a harmonious and loving environment where our relationships can thrive and grow. May we continue to cultivate these skills on our journey within, bringing peace and harmony to all our relationships. Chapter 20. In the fast-paced world we live in, it is easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. We often find ourselves juggling multiple responsibilities and trying to keep up with the demands of work, family, and social commitments. In the midst of this chaos, it is easy to neglect our own well-being and inner peace. However, taking care of ourselves is essential if we want to maintain a sense of balance and harmony in our lives. Self-care practices are a critical component of nurturing our inner peace and well-being. These practices involve taking intentional actions to care for our physical, emotional, and spiritual needs. By prioritizing self-care, we can nourish our souls and cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace. one of the most important self-care practices is self-love. It is essential to treat ourselves with kindness, compassion, and respect. By practicing self-love, we can cultivate a sense of self-worth and confidence. When we love and accept ourselves unconditionally, we can experience a profound sense of inner peace and fulfillment. Another essential self-care practice is mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment and cultivating awareness of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations. By practicing mindfulness, we can quiet the mind, reduce stress, and enhance our overall well-being. Through mindfulness, we can connect with our inner selves and tap into a sense of inner peace. Physical self-care is also crucial for nurturing our inner peace. Taking care of our bodies through exercise, nutrition, and rest is essential for maintaining our physical and emotional well-being. When we prioritize our physical health, we can enhance our energy levels, reduce stress, and improve our overall quality of life. By caring for our bodies, we can create a strong foundation for inner peace to flourish. Emotional self-care is another important aspect of nurturing our inner peace. It is essential to acknowledge and process our emotions in a healthy way. By practicing emotional self-care, we can cultivate emotional resilience, improve our relationships, and foster a sense of inner harmony. When we prioritize our emotional well-being, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and ease. Spiritual self-care is also vital for nurturing our inner peace. Connecting with our spiritual beliefs, practices, and values can provide us with a sense of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. By nurturing our spiritual selves, we can deepen our connection to something larger than ourselves and cultivate a sense of inner peace and tranquility. Incorporating self-care practices into our daily lives can be transformative. By prioritizing self-care, we can nourish our bodies, minds, and souls, and cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace and well-being. When we take the time to care for ourselves, we can create a sanctuary of peace within ourselves that radiates outwards into the world. As we journey within and explore the path to inner peace, let us remember the importance of self-care practices in nurturing our well-being. By loving ourselves, practicing mindfulness, caring for our bodies, tending to our emotions, and connecting with our spiritual selves, we can create a foundation of inner peace that sustains us through life's ups and downs. Let us commit to prioritizing self-care in our lives and nurturing our inner peace. By doing so, we can experience a profound sense of well-being, harmony, and fulfillment. May we embrace self-care as a sacred practice that allows us to honor our true selves and live a life of peace and joy. As we continue our journey towards inner peace, we come to a crucial point in our practice, staying present in the moment and embracing impermanence. This chapter is dedicated to exploring these concepts and how they can guide us along the path to finding true peace within ourselves. Staying present in the moment is a practice that is often easier said than done. Our minds are constantly racing with thoughts of the past and worries about the future, making it difficult to focus on the here and now. However, learning to stay present is essential to finding peace within ourselves. When we are fully present in the moment, we are able to let go of our fears and anxieties and simply be. One way to stay present in the moment is through mindfulness meditation. By focusing on our breath and bringing our attention to the sensations in our bodies, we can train our minds to stay grounded in the present moment. This practice can help us let go of our attachment to the past and our worries about the future, allowing us to fully experience the present moment in all its beauty. Another important aspect of inner peace is embracing impermanence. Everything in life is constantly changing, and nothing is permanent. By accepting this reality, we can learn to let go of our attachment to things and people, and find peace in the knowledge that everything is transient. Embracing impermanence does not mean that we should become detached from the world around us. Rather, it means that we should appreciate the beauty of each moment, knowing that it will not last forever. By embracing impermanence, we can learn to let go of our fears of loss and change, and find peace in the knowledge that everything is part of a greater cycle of life. As we practice staying present in the moment and embracing impermanence, we may find that our inner peace deepens and expands. We may begin to experience a sense of acceptance and serenity that comes from truly letting go of our worries and fears and embracing the present moment as it is. In this chapter, I invite you to practice staying present in the moment and embracing impermanence in your daily life. Take a few moments each day to practice mindfulness meditation, focusing on your breath and the sensations in your body. Notice how it feels to be fully present in the moment, and how liberating it can be to let go of your worries and fears. As you continue on your journey towards inner peace, remember that staying present in the moment and embracing impermanence are essential practices that can guide you along the path to finding true peace within yourself. Embrace each moment with an open heart and a mindful spirit, and you will find that peace is within your reach. As we continue our exploration of the path to inner peace, we come across a powerful tool that has the ability to transform our experience of life: gratitude and positive thinking. In Chapter 22, we delve deeper into the impact that these practices can have on our journey within. Gratitude is the practice of acknowledging and appreciating the blessings in our lives. It is about shifting our focus from what we lack to what we have. When we cultivate an attitude of gratitude, we open ourselves up to receiving more abundance and joy in return. Gratitude is like a magnet that attracts positivity into our lives, creating a ripple effect of love and peace. Positive thinking is the practice of consciously choosing to focus on the good in any situation. It is about reframing our perspective and looking for the silver lining in every cloud. When we adopt a positive mindset, we are better able to handle challenges with grace and resilience. Positive thinking is like a shield that protects us from negativity and allows us to navigate life's ups and downs with ease. When we combine the power of gratitude and positive thinking, we create a potent elixir that elevates our experience of inner peace. By choosing to see the good in every situation and expressing thanks for the blessings in our lives, we cultivate a sense of contentment and fulfillment that transcends any external circumstances. Practicing gratitude and positive thinking is not about denying or ignoring the challenges and difficulties that may arise in our lives. It is about approaching them with a mindset of openness and resilience. By focusing on the positive aspects of our lives, we are better equipped to face adversity with courage and strength. One way to cultivate gratitude and positive thinking in our daily lives is through the practice of mindfulness. By being present in the moment and observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment, we can gain a greater awareness of the blessings that surround us. Mindfulness allows us to cultivate a sense of gratitude for the simple joys and beauty that exist in each moment. Another powerful practice to enhance our experience of gratitude and positive thinking is keeping a gratitude journal. By writing down 3 things we are grateful for each day, we train our minds to focus on the positive aspects of our lives. This practice can help us shift our perspective and cultivate a habit of gratitude that permeates every aspect of our being. As we continue on our journey within, let us remember the transformative power of gratitude and positive thinking. By embracing these practices, we can shape our experience of inner peace and create a life filled with love, joy, and abundance. Let us choose to see the beauty in every moment and express thanks for the blessings that surround us. In doing so, we unlock the limitless potential that resides within us and awaken to the true essence of our being. As we come to the conclusion of our journey within, it is important to take a moment to reflect on the transformative power of finding inner peace in our lives. Throughout this book, we have explored various techniques and practices to help us connect with our true selves and experience a sense of deep peace and contentment. One of the key lessons we have learned is the importance of letting go of negative thoughts and emotions that no longer serve us. By practicing mindfulness and awareness, we can start to recognize when these thoughts arise and choose to let them pass without letting them take hold of us. This simple act of letting go can have a profound impact on our inner state of being and bring us closer to inner peace. Another important aspect of our journey within has been the practice of self-love and compassion. We have learned that in order to find true peace within ourselves, we must first learn to love and accept ourselves unconditionally. By cultivating a sense of self-compassion, we can start to heal old wounds and traumas and open ourselves up to a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment. Throughout this journey, we have also explored the power of gratitude and forgiveness. By practicing gratitude for the blessings in our lives and forgiving ourselves and others for past wrongs, we can release ourselves from the burdens of resentment and anger and move towards a state of inner peace and freedom. As we conclude our journey within, it is important to remember that inner peace is not a destination to reach, but a constant state of being to cultivate. It requires daily practice and mindfulness to stay connected to our true selves and experience the peace that resides within us. I encourage you to continue to explore the path to inner peace in your own life and to never stop seeking the beauty and wisdom that lies within you. Remember that the journey within is a lifelong process, and every step you take towards self-awareness and inner peace brings you closer to the truth of who you are. May you always find the courage and strength to face your inner demons with love and compassion. And may you always remember that true peace comes from within. Thank you for joining me on this journey within. May you find peace, love, and joy in all that you do.